I had a baby and opened 2 restaurants. Every day people ask me, how are you able to balance everything? You're so amazing. I look at them and think to myself, balance? That's a thing? The life of a chef, an entrepreneur, an all-around crazy type A person does not allow for balance. Throw motherhood in there, and it's a downward spiral. Oddly enough, I secretly thought that having a baby would force me some balance in my life. A baby would ground me, I thought. I remember years ago when I worked in the union, I asked the director, who is this badass organizer running these multi-strategy campaigns. She was a mother of 3. She was taking down these hotel corporations. And I asked her, how do you take time for yourself? And she responded, I get pregnant. I thought to myself, she is fucking crazy. In whose world do you get pregnant to take a break? I thought to myself, I never want to be that woman. I am that crazy bitch. After 18 hours of active labor, 1 month being 3 centimeters dilated because baby wanted to pop out early, he is my son after all, 7 months of not being able to see past my belly on the hotline, 8 months of sleep deprivation, morning sickness, death threats for putting a Palestinian activist up on my wall, 8 months of stress of opening up a new restaurant. I gazed up in my hospital ceiling the night of my child's birth, and all I could think of is, which tiles would go best in the main dining room of my new restaurant? I think I need to make that call tomorrow. The night prior, I had done my last official work gig for my maternity leave. A collaboration with Chef Preeti Mistry as part of La Cucina's Women in Food Restaurant Week series. I was ready to evict that baby from my womb to make sure things stayed right on schedule. Preeti made this delicious but amazingly spicy asparagus, and I chomped on it all night in hopes that it would do the final trick to induce my birth. 3 hours later, and voila. Thanks, Preeti. I was wheeling and dealing from my hospital bed, thinking about how I was gonna pull this all off. Recipe development, hiring a chef de cuisine, all the things you basically should not be thinking of after giving birth. But don't get me wrong. Feeling my son, Zayn, crawl up on my chest after everything we had been through together was pure bliss. One of the truly happiest moments in my life. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But damn, nobody tells you what you go through for the next 8 months. I remember when Zayn was 2 weeks old, I went back to work. I thought I was super mom. I was ready to take on the role of breadwinner, literally breadwinner. I had to take care of this baby because he deserved the world. I had trips to Brooklyn, to Aspen, to Napa. I had booked to cook for events and do talks. I was gearing up to open a high-profile restaurant. I had real high hopes. I remember when Zayn was 3 months old, and that sudden feeling of mortality hits you like a ton of bricks. Running from kitchen to kitchen, sleep deprived from feeding all night while your partner, who wants exclusive breastfeeding, runs around the kitchen holding a whimpering, hungry baby. Sorry, Zayn, I cannot feed you right now. While tickets are racking up, employees need your attention, orders have to be fulfilled. Who didn't see my breasts in those months? I was a feeding machine in all the places, in the back corners of my kitchen while chopping it up with my dishwasher, while my breasts were literally getting suctioned by a little pink apparatus that was supposed to be cute and subtle. At managers' meetings, in my car, at coffee shops, in my kitchen storage closet. Meanwhile, I was both managing the media that kept putting me on this pedestal of great womanhood, all while managing Yelp reviews and angry emails of my inadequacies as a chef and business owner. A personal favorite, Quote, "Dear chef, I am Chef so-and-so from the culinary school you attended. I felt angered and dismissive by your dismissive attitude when I told the server who I was and you didn't come out to greet me. Meanwhile, you were sitting at the best table in your restaurant paying attention to nobody because you were preoccupied breastfeeding your baby." I still have a response email in my inbox. The depression hit hard. I was no superwoman. I needed Superwoman to come save me and take me away from it all. I remember when Zane was 6 months old. I went on strike from the pump. I decided breast was not the best. When I think of taking care of my son, I often feel guilt and shame for not being maternal. My husband knows everything about his schedule, when he feeds, his nap times, his favorite toys, which kids he likes to play with at baby dance class. Yes, that is a thing. And he has his own mommy groups and play dates. And I feel like sometimes I just know nothing about Zane. There's a price I pay for choosing to invest in building a vision I'm committed to through my restaurants. There's always a sacrifice. It means I don't get to see every milestone of my child's growth when it happens. It means I have to work extra hard to find time to take care of myself and my family. But that vision is much greater than me grappling with my motherhood. Because part of being a mother is about creating a sense of home and belonging. And this is very much my calling, and I do it through my business for an ever-growing community that I love. I do it to build a foundation for my child to live in a better world than the one I find alienating today. I had a baby and opened 2 restaurants. Some days there are stains on my jeans and bags under my eyes, but the bread has to be baked, and my customers and my son have to be nourished. It's not always clean or fun, but it's always worth it to see the world I'm creating for women to be the commanders of their own destiny. Balance is a privilege that we don't all get. Maybe one day we will. But on a good day, my breasts are mine, but my restaurants are for everyone. And that's Matriarchy 101.